If your team runs cloud workloads, AI services, developer pipelines, or internet-facing infrastructure, today's security question is simple. Which patch changes your blast radius first? This is Daily Tech Hack Global for August 3, 2026. The facts in this briefing come from NBD, CISO when reachable, and linked vendor advisories. I will keep the discussion defensive, no exploit commands, no payloads, and no step-by-step attack chains. The lead item is CVE-2026-66402. NBD describes it as FreeRDP before 3.29.0, affected versions less than equals 3.28.0, contains multiple TLS certificate identity validation weaknesses in TLS_verify_certificate, TLS_match_hostname, and X509_utils_get_DNS_ names. Because FreeRDP performs custom common name and DNS SAN string matching instead of using OpenSSL's length-aware identity validation APIs, it 1. Truncates DNS SAN values at embedded NUL bytes, accepting e.g. victim.example\0.attacker.example as victim.example. 2. Accepts a matching common name even when the recorded severity is critical with CVSS 9.8. Why it matters: prioritize by exposure, privilege, reachable credentials, and whether automation can amplify impact. The second item is CVE 2026-67324. NBD summarizes it as, Git Python March 1, 50 fails to recognize join short option forms such as U, the short form of upload pack equals, when enforcing its default unsafe option gate. When an application passes attacker-influenced clone options into repo.clone_from, multi_options equals, allow_unsafe_options equals false, an attacker can supply U to bypass the gate that blocks upload pack /U, causing Git to execute the specified helper command during clone. Fixed in March 1, 51. Severity is critical with CVSS 9.8. The operational takeaway is to map this advisory to exposed systems, service credentials, and any automation that can turn a small weakness into a larger incident. Item 3 is CVE 2026-65321. PY Athena prior to 3.35.4 contains a SQL injection vulnerability that allows unauthenticated attackers to inject arbitrary SQL by exploiting improper quote escaping in default parameter formatter.format, which routes delete and CTAS statements to the _escape_hive function that \escape single quotes rather than doubling them. Because Athena and Trino do not treat backslashes as escape characters inside string. Severity, critical, CVSS 9.8. Defensive context, prioritize by exposure, privilege, reachable credentials, and whether automation can amplify impact. Item 4 is CVE 2026-67330. At betterauth/sim, a betterauth plugin, versions greater than equals 1.4.0 beta.27 through equals 1.7.0 beta.0 through less than equals 1.7.0 beta.9 contain an authorization bypass. SCIM token issuance did not reject provider IDs already used by existing SSO, SAML, OIDC, generic OAuth, or social account providers, and the same logical provider ID was used for both SCIM provider configuration and account ownership. And authenticated. Severity, critical, CVSS 9.9. Defensive context, prioritize by exposure, privilege, reachable credentials, and whether automation can amplify impact. Here is the defender checklist. First, identify whether any affected product is internet-facing, reachable from CI systems, or reachable by AI agents and automation. Second, patch according to the vendor advisory, not just the headline score. Third, review service accounts, API keys, pod identities, OAuth apps, and tool credentials that could be reused if the affected system was compromised. Fourth, add monitoring around unusual admin actions, image polls, tool calls, authentication failures, and outbound network requests. Fifth, document what was patched and what was deferred so tomorrow's team can audit the risk instead of rediscovering it. The larger lesson is that AI security is not only prompt security. It is the security of runtimes, cloud services, tool connectors, identity boundaries, and the operational process that decides what gets patched first. Patch what is exposed, reduce what is privileged, rotate what may have leaked, and make automation prove what it is allowed to touch.